Good morning, brothers and sisters. No one should have gone hungry during the COVID-19 pandemic, but the sad truth is union families were hit hard with school closures, job losses, and health risks. Millions of working families were forced to turn to community resources for much-needed support. In communities like my own, in Grand Rapids, Michigan, working families needed help. Thanks to an effort led by the National Union, thousands of pounds of BCTGM-made products were delivered to hundreds of community organizations around the U.S. to help. Working with union-contracted companies, union leaders from coast to coast stepped up to help with the collection and delivery of products to fill labor food banks and union homes with BCTGM-made products. This is solidarity in action. From Grand Rapids and Battle Creek, Michigan, to Sacramento, California, Dallas, Texas, Toledo, Ohio, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and everywhere in between. BCTGM local unions filled trucks and personal vehicles with union-made products and made deliveries to food banks, churches, union halls, and donation sites for working families in need. This next video highlights some of the union's extraordinary efforts during the hardest months of 2020. Roll the video, please.
We were all classified as essential workers, and I think that put the exclamation mark at the end of essential workers, because they stepped up to the plate to the people that were affected by this. I mean, our people went to work every day. They produced the product for the children that were out of school, the cereals, the cakes. I mean, we kept the food on the tables for breakfast.
In times of need, the BCTGM always steps up. I quickly contacted the biggest baking company in the world, Bimbo Bakeries USA, to request large donations of bread and snacks. My coworkers and I, as well as the director of the Sacramento Central Labor Council and managers from within Bimbo Bakeries USA, unloaded the truck and distributed to the Sacramento Food Bank on site.
So what we did is we reached out to our St. Paul Regional Labor Federation and our Minneapolis Labor Federation to find out, which food shelves made the most sense to try to benefit St. Paul and Minneapolis. So they gave us a list of different food shelves. But we also felt it was important to try to help our brothers and sisters at Unite Here Local 17, who are over 90% unemployed.
It was kind of one of those surreal moments. I looked at everything, and there was kids in the back seat with the parents in the front seat, and I'm watching the Vice President of Labor Relations and other BCTGM members handing out products, cereal, cakes, and bread and everything, and the kids grabbing the cereal and saying thank you. I think they opened the gates up at around like 7 o'clock in the morning, and it was constant until 2 o'clock. When they shut the gates, we had maybe a couple trays of product left.
Well, it felt great. We knew that there were people out there who were in need, and to partner up with some of our employers here and to be able to bring at least 6 to 7 truckloads of items to locations across the Twin Cities. It felt fantastic for all the officers. We're pulling up with truckloads of things. They're wheeling in cart after cart after cart.
It was great to be able to contribute to such a need, considering what we were all going through during the pandemic.
we would have never been able to do it without the cooperations of the companies and the BCTGM members stepping up and doing all that. It was really a very humbling experience. You know, to be able to give back a little bit like that and to see it directly going right to the individuals was, put it this way, it was one of those experiences that will last forever.